everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Farida. Thank you for clicking on today's video. If you're new, welcome to my channel, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, a part of the family, thank you for coming back and stay tuned for today's video. As you've already seen from the title of today's video, it's about results day. And as you already know, results day 2021 will be just in a few days. I'm doing this video just because I feel like it's necessary to do it at this point, and I hope that some people will find it helpful. If you've got your results and your results are like not what you expected, or the lower grades than what you expected, and you're feeling like dejected and feeling unhappy, and you're like, what am I going to do next? Like, is my life basically over or something, or what is going to happen? So today's video will just be sharing my experience of what results day was like for me in 2017 when I got my results, because I did my A-levels I started my A-levels in 2016 and I finished in 2017. I did my A-levels for 1 year only actually, which was like quite short, unlike how it is in the UK where you do it for 2 years. So on results day 2017, I was at work. I used to work as a childminder, so I went to work very early in the morning. I think I started like around 7 o'clock in the morning or so on that day, and then after a while, around 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock on that day actually, I got a call from my teacher, and it was like, oh, results are out and you got A-star DD. And I'm like, sorry, did you say A-star DD? Because I was like, that is not possible. Because I mean, I felt like I knew what I put in. I felt like I did everything literally possible. I felt like my results should have been really better, and should have been like A-star AA or something like that, or A-star BB or something like that, like a very good result, because my predicted grade was even like A-star AA. So it was like really shocking when my teacher called and it was like, oh, you got A-star DD, and I got A-star in sociology, D in history, and D in literature. So I was like, really, like when I got the call, I was still like, wait, this is not happening, like this is not my result, definitely this is not my result. I was like repeating it when he said it on the call. I was like, did I hear you correctly? I don't think I heard you correctly, like this can't be my result. He sent me a text message and then he said, these are your results, A-star DD. And it was like, what has just happened? Like, this is not happening. Like, I could not even focus at work anymore. I was like, I had to leave work on that day because I had to like find a way to do what I was gonna do next. So this will lead me to my next point. So if you get your results and your results are like super shit, and you're like, this is really bad, like I am a disappointment to myself, to my family, to my friends, to my teachers, to everybody that's put in so much effort for me to actually get good grades in my A-levels. Like, that is not the end. I think when you get your results, whatever grade you get, you should thank God for whatever you get, and just like try to sit down and think of what you can do next, what the next step should be once you've got your results. Whatever grade you get, just sit down, try to calm down, try to sit down and think of what next you can do. Is it clearing that you want to go for, or do you want to do your exams again, or what should you do basically? When I got my results, I started crying a lot. Like, I was literally crying my eyes out. I was wailing basically, like, this is over, like this is it, like I'm not going to start uni anymore. I'm going to have to, like, after all of the effort I put in, after all of the money I paid for the exams, and this is it, this is what I get, A-star DD. Like, who gets that? Like, how is that my portion? Like, I was literally like saying things that I shouldn't have been saying. So when you get your results, if you've got your results, like, try to calm down, don't say things that you shouldn't be saying, like, because I mean, when that happens, you feel like, oh, this is just it, like, maybe I don't know, say something that I've said before, because that was the things I said when I got my results were like really bad. And when I got my results, the first thing I did was to call UEL, because I already firmed UEL as my firm choice. So I called UEL and I said, oh, these are my results, I got A-star DD, like, what's gonna happen and stuff. So I was like, I think the person that I spoke to, I wasn't really sure exactly what they said when I called, because I mean, I was literally crying, but I told them my results, and I think I sent an email afterwards about my results. So I said, okay, these are my results. Will it still be possible for me to get a place on my course, because I didn't meet the requirements of the course. And then the next thing I did was to call my school where I did my A-levels, and I said, okay, fine, is there an option, is there a way to do a remark or something, is there something that could possibly work in my favor? And actually, my school was like very like sympathetic, because I mean, I was like one of the top students in my class. This is not me trying to like brag or whatever, but I was one of the top students in my class, and so it was very shocking for me to have gotten A-star DD. And my school was like, they're ready to do a remark, and I just needed to fill a form which would be sent to Cambridge International Examinations. And I also called Cambridge actually, because I was just trying to call people and like find a way to actually solve the problem. So I called my school, I called UEL, and then I called Cambridge International Examinations, which was the board responsible for my exam. So I called them, and then the person on the phone was like, oh, you could actually apply for a remark. So I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna definitely do that. I was speaking to some of my friends too. I was like, these are my results, like this is really bad. And some of them were actually sharing their experience, like their results were like super bad. After I called UEL and I also sent an email, they told me that they can accept my grades like that. So I was like, okay, fine. If they're willing to accept my grades and actually offer me an unconditional offer with A-star DD, I was like, okay, that's good. I can literally start uni the same year without having to like worry about my grades. But then I thought, wait, A-star DD are not representative of who I am. They're not representative of my efforts. They're not representative of all of the efforts and everything I put in for this exam. So I was like, I should definitely do a remark. But then I was thinking, I started like going on to like the student room and reading student experiences of their A-level results and what they did afterwards. I put up a thread about my results and I said, oh, I got A-star DD, like what would you do in this situation, something like that. So people were like, you should do a remark, or you should consider, like, if you have another option, maybe a remark may not be the best option, because sometimes even if you get a remark, there's no guarantee that you will get like higher grades, and even if you get a remark, it may be that you get lower grades. So I was like, okay, this is a gamble. There's no guarantee that my grades will go up if I do a remark. And then the uni is willing to offer me a place to study the course I wanted to study. So I was just like, okay, fine. I would just like start uni at UEL and then just hope for the best. Because I mean, when you study law in the UK, like when you apply for training contract or vacation schemes, so you should usually get like A-star, AA or AAB or something like that. So there's a limit on the grades that you should get when you're applying for training contracts or vac schemes. Some law firms have A-level limits, some don't. But anyways, I decided to go with UEL without doing a remark. And sometimes I actually think back and I'm like, okay, do I regret not doing the remark? Like, I mean, maybe I should have actually done the remark, because actually, even though I got an unconditional offer to start the course, I actually didn't start uni in that year because I had like other issues that came up. So I was just like, okay, this is really bad. And I was so depressed because I mean, even though I got really bad grades and the uni was willing to accept my grades, I still did not start uni that year because of other circumstances. So I had to like actually defer my start dates by 1 year. And I was like, maybe I could have actually done a remark instead of like just waiting at home for 1 year because of these issues that have arisen. But anyways, I didn't do a remark. I waited for 1 year before starting my course because I had to defer my start date. And because I deferred my start date, I didn't get a remark. My grades still remain the same, A-star DD. And I can't ever forget, because I mean, I put in so much effort into that exam, and it was like I was studying a new curriculum. Even whilst I was preparing for my exam and stuff, I had like issues that I was dealing with. I had mitigating circumstances, but I mean, I still felt like I actually put in a lot of effort into this exam. I actually studied for it, and I should have actually got a higher grade despite my mitigating circumstances. But anyways, one thing I will say is that your results don't define you. Whether you get A-star, AA, or you get A-star BB, or you get DDD or CCC, or you even get like undefined, or is it undefined? If you get a U, that means your grades are undefined, and that is like super bad, obviously. But even if you get that, even if that's what your grades are, I want to tell you that your grades don't define you. Because I mean, I started uni eventually. Like, even though I deferred my start date, even though I didn't do a remark, I eventually started uni, and now I've completed my degree and I've got my result, and I got a 2-1, which is also like a bit happy and sad. Like, it's sort of like mixed feelings because I got a 69%, which is like a high 2-1, but I missed first class by 1 mark. But anyways, it's just to tell you that even if you get like very bad grades and you're able to start uni, if you go to clearing, the only thing with your results is that your results may mean that you face obstacles in your career journey. Whether it may mean that when you apply for certain jobs, they have A-level limits that will mean that you won't be able to apply for such positions because your A-level grades are not high enough. One thing I will tell you is that you should sit down, think about your situation, think about what you think is best for you to do. And the options are usually to go through clearing and then get a place at, you could get a place at the university you chose as your firm choice, or you could go to another university through clearing. So whether you decide to go through clearing or you decide to resit your A-levels the following year, make sure that it is the best decision for you. And in my case, I know some of my friends who actually like decided to do A-levels again, and then they start A-levels again the following year. Or when I was doing my A-levels, I knew people that actually did their A-levels again whilst I was doing mine. So, but then even though they did it again, some of them still didn't get high grades. So you need to also weigh that in. Like, okay, if I decide to do my A-levels again, will I get high grades, or what's going to happen? So whatever the case is, make sure that whatever you decide, whether you're doing your A-levels again or you're going through clearing and know that, okay, these are my grades, I'm just gonna like live with it for the rest of my life. But whatever you decide, make sure that it's the best decision for you. If you believe in God, hope and pray to God to guide you to make the best decision for yourself. I hope whatever decision you make, whether to sit your A-levels again or to go through clearing or other options, that you decide to go through, or if you decide to go on a different path, whether you decide not to go to university and decide to like go through a different option that may be available to you, make sure that it is the best decision for you. And remember that your grades don't define you. They may limit you in terms of in certain circumstances, but they don't define you. Remember that you've put in a lot of effort to actually get those grades, whether they are the grades that you wanted to get, or the grades that you were hoping to get. If you got them, congratulations. If you didn't, congratulations, because you did put in a lot of effort to achieve that. And if that didn't happen, then you need to just sit down, think about the next thing to do. Because when you face a circumstance or you face a challenge in life, the best thing is just to try to think of the next possible best option to go for. And once you know the best option, then definitely go for it and put in all of your best in whatever you decide. But yeah, that is it. Like I got my A-level grades. They were really bad grades. I didn't do a remark because I thought, well, I got a place at university. And if you decide to go through clearing, good for you. And I've literally just finished uni now. And even though I didn't get a remark, even though I didn't get the grades I wanted, I finished uni well with I21, which is 69%. But yeah, thank you for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more videos. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.